I went to Peking Tokyo a few days ago and I've still got some food left, so I don't have to cook tonight. This is chicken with broccoli, and this is steamed dumplings. So we're going to go ahead and warm this up for dinner tonight. After this sits in the fridge, it tends to get like the oil separates from the sauce. So instead of just pouring it into the pan, we're going to take the pieces out. Try to keep some of that oil in the container so we can discard the oil. Actually, sometimes you can just pour it off, but it looks like actually it looks like you might be able to do that right now. You don't want to lose the sauce, just the extra oil. I'm not being terribly successful here. Okay, back to plan A. Sometimes the first idea you have is the best. Sometimes it's not. Okay, that should be enough. So we're going to put this in this pot here. We'll let this kind of boil a little bit. We'll cover that up. Put that on a very low heat. Let that slowly come up to temperature. And then the steamed dumplings, I like to re-steam them. I got a pot full of water here, and we'll just put that up to the high and let that come to a boil. And we'll turn those around a few times once it's boiling. And that will reheat those very nicely. Well, I might have just ruined the meal. Put the rear burner on high instead of the front burner. And I went outside to empty the recycle bin. Now let's see. It was pretty loud when I came back in, so that might have ruined the meal. Or it might have been quick enough. Actually, I think we're going to get lucky on this one. It seems to be okay. There was enough liquid in there that it didn't burn. Okay, well, that was a close call. I know these diagrams are allegedly standard, but they're very confusing to me. I always think of that one as the front, just for whatever reason. I guess the burner is still pretty hot. See, this is one of the reasons why an electric stove stinks, because there's so much heat in that burner and it doesn't go away for some time. Whereas with a gas stove, when you turn the flame off, that's it. There's no more heat. So I guess this is probably warmed up enough. I'll just let it sit here for a minute and see what becomes of that. And now, because the water was sitting here on low, it's got a ways to go still. I think I'm having some nickel metal hydride batteries go bad. These I used in a flashlight. These are 5,000 milliamp rechargeable nickel metal hydride batteries from the Tenergy brand. I've had these for years, so they are getting old and they have quite a few cycles on them. But I've never had a problem with these previously. Many of the other cells are still just fine. But ironically, I was using these in a Duracell branded flashlight, which I've never actually used Duracell batteries in, and that caused 2 of the 4 batteries to leak. Well, I'm not sure if they leaked. I don't think there's any like liquid or anything coming out. It's just this discolored. The flashlight, I noticed, it didn't hold a charge for very long, so I took the batteries out to recharge them, and this is what I saw. So I don't know what's up with that. I didn't put this in the charger because I think I'm just gonna throw it out. I don't play with flaky batteries. Made in China. Ooh, great. So we're down 2 C nickel metal hydride batteries, which is a little annoying because these aren't cheap. But if you use them, 8 or 10 times, which is easy to do, they pay for themselves pretty quick. This is the document for the food order. It costs a total of $37.84. The chicken with broccoli, which was a quart in size, was $12.50, which is enough for 2 or 3 meals. In fact, even the pint I usually spread across 2 meals. The sweet and sour chicken, which my friend got, was $11.50. The steamed dumplings, for a total of 8, was $7.25. I know that I can eat 4 in a sitting. And then the egg rolls are $2 a piece. So eating here, let's say we split the 12 and split the 7, so let's say $6, and then around $3, and maybe $10, $10 or $11 for a meal. That's not bad, especially for a dinner. And the cost of restaurants is just getting out of control. I'm glad I know how to cook. Very seldom ever go to restaurants anymore. And the food comes in a paper and a plastic bag with a piece of cardboard in the bottom. I always keep the plastic bags so they're getting hard to find, and sometimes they come in handy. Don't tell me what to do. Water has come to a boil, so I'm just going to turn these around a bit, get all the other sides. And the sweet and sour chicken with broccoli is steaming inside the pot still, so that little bit of heat that it got before when I was outside for 30 seconds was definitely enough to warm it. And these boxes I'll throw in the dishwasher. I use these to keep food all the time. Very handy. Normally I would keep these paper bags for holding recycled paper, but this bag is all torn, so let's cancel this one out. Cancel out that piece of cardboard as well. I don't have to do that. Cancel out the document. We already talked about that. These are a little tricky to reheat because if you cook them too much, they get sticky. But if you don't cook them enough, they will be cold on the inside. I think we're probably good there. Just gonna pour a bit of this water out and let it sit in the corner so it stays hot. Gotta replace the batteries in one of my candles here. Oh, apparently two of them. Or they're just not turned on. Nope, the batteries is out. Give me the camera! What the heck? Hopefully these are good. Yep, these are charged up. We're about to run out of pellets. Yep, not good. Take care of that after dinner. I think I'm going to watch Post 10 tonight. I've been watching a lot of his videos recently. I enjoy his productions. And for a near disaster, it seems like it warmed up pretty nicely. And these I actually think are not warm enough. I'm gonna put these back on for a few minutes. I ran out of pellets in here while I was eating dinner, and I'm just about to fill it up now. But what I wanted to show here is, as the hopper is now pretty much empty, there's some dust in the bottom of the hopper, which the auger will start picking up and dropping into the burn pit. And sometimes, as the dust falls into the flame, it has kind of an interesting effect. So I started the glow plug a minute or two ago. It's starting to smoke a fair bit, so it should be ready to ignite any minute now. There it goes. Igniter just clicked off. It's that relay you heard. Actually, it's not a relay, it's a snap switch. Might not be hot enough to do it this time. It almost looks like sparklers sometimes when it's feeding the dust in there. It might have also already passed most of the dust in. When it's not too windy, I think that's somewhat in the wind stream. I guess I could turn the fan off for a minute. Yeah, we're not going to get it. The flame is not hot enough. Those that are curious what the auger looks like, it's literally just a big auger. Try to adjust this lens here so it's concentrated. There we go. clean this mess up again. We're gonna use this this Hoover vacuum today, the Elite 2. This needs a new belt, so we'll see how good it works. It might not work that well. I think the belts just came in yesterday, so we'll get that fixed up soon. Carpet slider needs to be moved over to a little bit lower level, but this one, it's got some problem with it. So there we go. Let's see if that works any better. It might be too much with the way the belt is. Yeah, it's better. This is a great vacuum. It works exceptionally well. Finally got this sink and the dishwasher put in downstairs here. There was some video on building the platform, but that was pretty much it. Wasn't getting a lot of interest, and I'm not really that well versed in plumbing anyways, so I'm sure I wasn't showing the best or the correct ways to do this, but it works. I had a little trouble when I went to connect it to the water input though, because I need to split it 3 ways on the hot and 2 ways on the cold. So I just bought these. I used these outside last year and they had good results with them. One fits, but then when you put the second one there, it don't fit. So what I decided to do, just as the easiest and simplest way to fix this, was to just get 1-foot extensions. So this will go onto the spout there, and the other end will have the splitter with all the things on it. Let's see if I can get this here. I've noticed with this new camera, this is the GoPro 12, if I turn it, like right now it's Verticam, when I go back on the computer, at least the last time I did this, the video remained horizontal, which is very interesting. So maybe I can, if I can get back here, maybe I can just stick you on the pipe for a minute, and then you'll be able to see what's going on here. Let me change the lens to wide. Alright, let's try that. I think that should be a good view. Okay, so I also needed these. This is a box of to shows the wrong thing on the front. That's good. This is a box of 2 female to female ends, which will allow me to connect the splitter to these hoses. And if we find that this is all good and working, I'll go back later and take the remove these tags, but I'll just leave it on there for now in case this for whatever reason does not work. I get a little bit of water coming out of here, but nothing much. It shouldn't have any too much of a kickback. Nothing. I'll just go ahead and turn the dehumidifier on tonight to dry that little spill out. So we're going to connect the clothes machine, and we're going to connect the ow! This is beating me up here. I gotta route that through a different way. Go figure, this is hooked up against the drain line through and through here. What are the chances of that? No, it's not. It's just under this other thing. Actually, you know what? Should this go? This should go behind everything. At some point, when I decide where I want to keep this stuff, I will do something more permanent than this. But for now, this is cost effective, easy to move, and it just kind of works. Alright, so lastly we need the dishwasher hose, which I need to reroute here. The dishwasher only takes in hot water. There's no cold input, doesn't need it. Seriously? Okay, there we go. It's a stinking twist of the line. That would not come out. Okay. This is an angled one, which is not ideal, but I didn't feel like buying a new one. So we'll just go with it. Okay, and this will just go up on here like this. And actually it kind of works out too, because I have one left, which I could use like for the garden hose when I wash the car or something. I might strap this up to the pipe or do something with it so it doesn't have as much strain on it, but I don't think it really matters. Okay, now for the cold. And then the cold for this. I suppose I really only needed one of those things, but I'll just have both because there's no harm. It could only just take strain off this pipe, which is actually not very well secured to the wall anyways. I always leave these valves off anyways when the stuff's not in use, so if it does develop a leak, it would never be a catastrophic situation. The nose is on. That's on. I had a feeling that might happen, that's why I did it very slowly. As they say, if something stupid can happen, it probably will. Okay, that looks good. Don't see or feel any water. That one also looks copacetic. Alright, that should be good. I'm going to do a separate video of this stuff here, of the sink. But I'll go ahead and check it right now just to make sure that it works. Probably has some air in the line, which need to be bled out. Oh, duh. All these need to be turned on. The individual ones that I'm going to be using. The washing machine. Wow, that's tough. On. 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 So now we should check for leaks again, because it wouldn't leak before because it was off. Like I said, I can do it, but plumbing is not my area of expertise. Alright, we should have water now. I think we could take this, probably has one of those stupid aeration things in there. I just don't personally like those. Rather just have a nice solid stream of water. Sometimes you can take these things out and the faucet still sprays nicely. Other times you take them out and the faucet just turns into a freak show. So let's see what happens with this. Hopefully it just sprays nicely. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's getting hot. I don't want to waste any more hot oil on it. Oil's getting expensive. Actually, the prices have gone down in recent times in the last couple of weeks. But it's not the oil in the tank. That's from October. It was expensive. Let's see how the drain is going. It's definitely going into the thing and it's not leaking out, but I think we need some more, a little bit more of tilt here. Yeah, need more tilt there. Oh, now it's coming out. Oh, you know why it's coming out? Oh, shoot. Because it's not plugged in. Okay, now that's a lot of water. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, okay. I think that's actually worse than oh man. There's flipping water everywhere now. Well, I guess I have to try the 4 out again. I just spent the last 2 days trying the 4 out, and now we're right back to phase 1. Oh well, sometimes it'd be like that. Pretty nice stream of water. Let's see how it's working this time. This part's working good up to here, and then it kind of just got to get a 2x4 or something and stick that under there so it's a little bit higher up. Easy fix. Yeah, it goes a little bit too low. It seems to be good like that. Okay, well, that's working. The sink is working, the dishwasher I'm not going to test tonight. I tested the unit itself a couple months ago and it seemed to work fine, so I suspect it would still work fine. I'm going to go ahead and dump a dehumidifier thing in here because the dehumidifier thing's going all night. Shut up. Yeah, the sprayer's working. It's leaving some water in the left back, but that's because the floor down here is so unlevel. This is going to change depending on where I roll the unit. So if I decide it's going to sit right here, which it probably will for a while, I'll just have to re-level the sink. That's falling pretty good now. Now, because I spilled water everywhere, I'm going to go ahead and turn all these things back on. Put this on and just kind of draft it under here, and that should dry it out. And we'll turn this on, and we'll turn this on.